Andhra Chief Minister's sister towed away in her car. Sharmila versus KCR showdown explodes. The big focus on 5 Live. Unbelievable scenes right outside Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao's residence. Detention of neighbouring state Andhra Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy's sister Sharmila. Things are on tenterhooks and on edge in Telangana. And we'll keep you up to date on that big story. I'm Shiv, this is 5 Live. The headlines first. Massive outrage over Kashmir Files, criticism by IFFI jury. Movie accused of spreading propaganda and vulgar lies. Vivek Agnihotri hits back, says terror supporters and genocide deniers can never silence me. Bollywood divided over Kashmir Files controversy. Anupam Kher calls it work of a toolkit gang. Actors Swara, Bhaskar and others back the criticism. After attack on Aftab Poonawala's van, Aftab taken to Forensic Science Laboratory office amidst heavy security. Narco test confirmed for December the 1st. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge calls Prime Minister Modi a Ravan with 100 heads. BJP slams Kharge, says Prime Minister's position has been mocked.
MP election में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना हर जगह कितने हैं भाई क्या आपके रावण के जैसा 100 मुख है क्या है
Amidst big centre versus Supreme Court face-off over judge appointments to the top court, sources say government has sent back 20 names of judges proposed by the collegium. Now, politics in Hyderabad has always been high voltage, but not for years, perhaps decades, has the capital city of Telangana, now earlier of Andhra Pradesh, seen such tension, and that too in a VIP zone right outside the Chief Minister's house. High drama in the city unravelled after YSRTP President YS Sharmila, who happens to be the sister of Andhra Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy, was taken into preventive custody. These are pictures of her in her car as it was gheraued by TRS workers as well as the police. The YSRTP President had given a call to lay siege to TRS Chief and Telangana Chief Minister KCR's residence on a range of issues. While she was just 1 kilometer away, the state police stopped her, but Sharmila quickly locked the vehicle from the inside and sent out the pictures that have now gone viral. The situation further escalated when the police attempted to break her car locks to extract Sharmila from the car. YS Sharmila was then detained by the police from there and shifted to a local police station after being dragged out of her vehicle. This is not the first showdown, remember, between Andhra Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy's sister and Telangana Chief Minister KCR. On Monday, clashes erupted between the two parties after Sharmila's party caravan. That truck was set ablaze allegedly by TRS workers. You can see these pictures here of that caravan on fire. There was quite a bit of flame there and it had to be finally doused. So this has become a powder keg situation. Things are extremely volatile still and Sharmila is still in detention.
బందిపోట్ల రాష్ట్ర సమితి తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ పోలీస్ ని టిఆర్ఎస్ పోలీసుగా వాడుకుంటుంది.
And things have escalated, like I said, even further with Sharmila and Jagan Reddy's mother, YS Vijayamma, also put under house arrest by the Telangana police. YS Vijayamma was to start walking towards the SR Nagar police station where her daughter was detained earlier today, but she has been placed under house arrest. So daughter Sharmila in police detention and mother Vijayamma, remember the mother of Andhra's chief minister as well, is under house arrest. Things have escalated to an extremely hostile point right now between the YSRCP/YSRTP and the ruling TRS of Telangana. I want to go across to India Today's Abdul Bashir, who's on the ground near the police station where Sharmila has been detained at this point of time. Abdul, what are you hearing? Sharmila still under detention. Where are things at right now?
See, absolutely, Shiv. After YSRTP, YSR Telangana party president Sharmila was taken into preventive custody today, she has been brought to the SR Nagar police station here, where she is right inside the police station. Just now has arrived her husband, brother Anil, who has went up to meet her now. Now she's under the preventive detention after the police had taken her into custody. So high drama could be seen today when YSRTP president Sharmila had given a call to siege Telangana Pragati Bhavan, that is the Telangana Chief Minister's residence in Begumpet area. So a kilometer away, where when she was moving in her vehicle, the Telangana police had stopped her, and then she had been taken from there into a preventive custody. So there the drama that erupted was she locked herself inside a car when the police tried to detain her at that moment, and with the help of a crane, when police was unsuccessful, failed to get her out of the car and take her into the police van, they immediately called a crane, and with the help of the crane she was towed down to a 5-kilometer away police station, that is SR Nagar police station here. And then from here, mostly a 40 to 45 minutes of high drama that had taken place here. When the door was not being opened, a key maker was called. The key maker tried to open the door of Sharmila's seat where she was on the driving seat. He was unsuccessful, and then at the other side, the commander's seat door was broke open by the key maker, and then the police took everybody into the custody, the followers and the security guard with Sharmila. Along with Sharmila was barged into this police station here. Now the police is working.
Okay. Abdul, we'll keep a track of that. We'll come to you for an update on the police, but things are at a very critical juncture right now. It has already been an extremely ill-tempered 48 hours. Just to give you a sense of the genesis of where things are at, I'd like to introduce onto our show right now our guests from Telangana. Neelam Ramesh is President and State Prachara Committee of Sharmila's YSRTP, and Ravulla Sridhar Reddy is spokesperson for the ruling TRS in Telangana. Before I go to both my guests, I want to first tell our viewers that yesterday YS Sharmila had taken out a Padyatra where she cast some allegations on a TRS legislator, accusing him of extortion and land grabbing and threatening locals, etc. After which her convoy came under attack by TRS workers. One of her vehicles was set on fire. Very dramatic images that we saw yesterday. And today, when Sharmila in her vehicle tried to call for a total gherao of KCR's residence as a response to what happened yesterday, this is what happened. She was detained. Her mother has been placed under house arrest. I'd like to go to the ruling party first. Mr. Reddy, YS Sharmila was trying to protest outside the Chief Minister's house. She is currently under detention. How is the government seeing this? How is your party seeing what has happened between yesterday and today, sir?
Actually, I don't know why this issue is being highlighted so much. Yesterday, there was a small issue in Narsampet where a few people have attacked their convoy after derogatory statements on the local MLA, Sri Peddi Sudarshan Reddy. He is a people's leader. He was an important leader in Telangana agitation who spent all his time for the development of the people, working for the development of poor and deprived. Important leader in Telangana agitation. And Sharmila, she went to that area, part of her Padyatra, and making irresponsible statements all through her Padyatra. She was so irresponsible, trying to make, or making false allegations, trying to spread hatred, baseless allegations. This became a practice for them. There is a very small political outfit in Telangana. They don't have any presence anywhere. There is no public support. You, being a political party, do Padyatra, do any sort of political activity. doesn't mean that you are, free to make any kind of statements which are.
Okay, let's get a response
derogatory
on
in
that.
nature,
Neelam Ramesh, the
tarnishing the image of
allegation
the
from the
leader.
TRS,
So,
the allegation from the
yeah.
TRS is that YS Sharmila has been making provocative statements and inviting such action. She's playing with emotions of people and therefore people are reacting in this way. How would you respond to that?
Sir, it's a Padayatra is not today. It started 200 days back. So we already covered almost all the constituencies at the end of the Padayatra in next week of time. We completed more than 200 days and this leader is saying that people are not accepted. And it's not a small outfit. It's a YSR is YSR is a family. Okay, YSR is a CM for 5 years. And not only that, every household are a beneficiary of the YSR benefits. Apart from that, today, what they've done is very wrong. Just she is driving her own vehicle. These guys have taken her to a police station with a crane. Please understand where is the democracy. And CM KCR says, democracy? Is it the democracy? It's a slave democracy.
What do you mean by
These are all
democracy?
people who are talking are slaves of
Democracy
TRS.
is,
Okay.
I'll come to you, Mr. Reddy. Let him finish. I'll come to you. We have time.
And other thing is that 200 days we completed. It's not the first day of the Padayatra. We have completed 200 days. Day in, day out, we are in the field. We are with the public. No TRS leader has come in front of us. And our leader, as from day one, she's saying, if any leader commits to come here and says that there is no problem, and people will accept and she'll go back.
Okay.
But no leader has taken a challenge. Even KCR has not taken a challenge. And now they understood we are more powerful and they virally wanted they are attacking last from 2 days.
Okay.
And if we see this leader saying that a few people, we have all the visuals, all TRS gundas who has come with the petrol in covers. And they thrown on the madam's vehicle and they verified.
Okay, these are all very,
language.
these are very harsh allegations, but also the, Mr. Reddy, Mr. Reddy, one second, Mr. Reddy, I also want to say that the video footage from today and yesterday also suggests that there has been a harsh reaction against her. As you said, any politician has the right to hold a Padyatra and try to build their political presence. YSRTP may not have any presence whatsoever in Telangana, relatively speaking. But how does one defend this? The YSRTP says this is a harsh crackdown. You're cracking down with an iron fist because you're nervous is their allegation.
Let me tell you, the gentleman in discussion from YSRTP says they are doing the Padyatra for the last 250 days. And if we are not democratic enough, if our government is not democratic enough, how come they complete 200 days and 3,000 odd kilometers?
How come it only happened yesterday?
This clearly
How come
shows.
it only happened yesterday?
Listen,
Sir, let him finish.
5 days of time.
Hold a minute.
Mr. Ramesh, let him finish.
So,
I'll come to you.
It means we respect the democratic process. We respect any political party doing their own activity. But challenging leaders, making irresponsible statements. Can you say a leader saying that if you are a man, come, answer. Is this the way one should speak? Is this called politics? And today, when they are trying to protest in a high security zone, the official residence of the Honorable CM of Telangana, and he is talking TRS, Gundas and all, one should mind their language. They should be responsible enough when you are in a national platform. I could have spoken that way. I am not speaking because we are in the government.
I'll let you know, sir. I'll let you know why I'm saying this. Say. Yeah.
But her behavior, her language in the entire Padyatra is completely irresponsible, hurting the sentiments of Telangana people. All these leaders are MLAs, ministers. These people were in the agitation for 14 long years. In the second phase of agitation. They did a lot of sacrifice, especially in Narsampeta, the leader, the MLA concerned is a people's leader. You go there and make, you are doing corrupt and all that. The people could not take it. And don't link it to TRS party. TRS cadre has no role in yesterday's activity there. The people react if you make such a irresponsible statement. What is your contribution to Telangana?
Mr. Ramesh, respond to that.
We respect, one minute.
Yes,
we respect the former Chief Minister YS Rajshekar Reddy. He being the former Chief Minister doesn't mean that if you are his daughter, do whatever the way you want. Speak whatever you want. Don't spread false allegations. Don't spread hatred. Don't try to create unnecessary tensions in our state, which is a
Mr. Neelam Ramesh, respond to that. The TRS is saying we respect YS Rajshekar Reddy, but his daughter cannot be doing whatever she wants just because she is YSR's daughter.
I want to tell you very clearly.
Since you said YSR is a family, that's why I'm saying that. Yes, Mr. Ramesh.
If anybody for that matter,
let him answer, sir.
Mr.
Reddy, let Mr. Ramesh answer.
Any problem, to law and order.
Sir, Mr.
The
Reddy,
government
please
is not
wait,
going
give us
to
a
keep
minute. No.
quiet.
Let Mr. Ramesh answer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we are saying. Your government is not working for the people. Your government is working for yourself. That's the reason
Who
you
are
are
you,
not going to
boss?
wait
I
for
don't
any
know
other
what's
orders.
who are you all?
Sir, let
This
him finish.
hiring
Let him finish. I'll
political
come back to
activity
you.
is not going to
Sir,
work out in
let me
Telangana.
talk now. Let me
Yeah.
talk, sir.
What?
Sir,
I
exactly
am not
15
even
days back.
interested to contest these kind of comments, sir. These
Yeah,
Let him,
people,
let him
I don't
finish.
know
I
what their
have a
contribution
couple
is
more
there.
questions after
So
that.
Telangana,
Specific.
just being a political party, if they go on
Sir, let
doing
me wait, sir.
unnecessary things in the state,
Mr.
trying to
Ramesh
create
also,
disturbance,
okay, let me ask the
political
question now.
mileage.
Let me
Sir,
control
last
this
week-
debate.
last
I
week-
know tempers are high, sir, but
Reddy,
Mr. Ramesh
last-
also
There are no high tempers. It's a
No,
small issue.
No,
They're
there are
trying to
high
create
tempers, sir. Come on.
tension.
There are high
Not the
tempers.
political
People
outfit.
are
They are
angry.
responsible
Mr. Reddy,
government.
People are
please,
angry
Our
on
job
both
is to
sides
protect
because
the law and
Sharmila is
order.
still in
Respect the
detention
media,
right now. Her
please
mother
wait.
is under house arrest.
Situation.
Let me ask a
There is no
specific
tension,
question,
there
Mr.
is no
Ramesh. Let me
temper.
ask a specific question. Mr.
Yeah.
Ramesh, the allegation also is that, Miss Sharmila knows that this is a VIP zone. It's a protected area. She being the
Okay.
sister of a chief minister, daughter of a former chief minister, would know the protocols in these areas. So the
Yes.
TRS also is, the allegation from them is
Sir,
she's trying to create
yeah,
traction and drama.
We are on the way. She's driving her own car. Please check.
Yeah,
the
we have
visuals.
that. We have that. We
has
were the first to have her.
Police come and stop the vehicle. They're not stopped by the men, sir. They kept the other vehicle in front of the vehicle. Where she will move? She has no choice to move here and there. And apart from that, now Mr. Reddy said we are democratic and all these things. Please understand. 15 days back, there is an attack on your MLC, Kavita. What you people has done, how you people have reacted. You mean to say you have one rule and we have one rule. We have a right to protect our leader and we all people are behind her today. That's what you're feeling wrong, Mr. Reddy? Last week you see what happened. Someone, unknown people attacked your MLC, Kavita's
No way.
residence.
No
How
way
do you
they
people
come.
arrested? Keep giving the cases.
Listen,
How you filed the cases?
Listen, Mr. Ramesh, I don't know. Listen to me. See, this is
Yeah,
only
please.
for political mileage. And they are trying to, gather
Sir, we have
some
already mileage, sir. We
out
are
of these kind
YSR
of,
family. Our every
petty
person.
political activities and all that stuff.
Sir, but it's
People
a
of Telangana
politician's
are very
job to
intelligent.
try and
Why
get
you're not
mileage,
asking
sir,
us
and
that
you're
question?
giving them mileage.
Their motive behind all these things, you are nobody to if you ask the things of the government properly, if your criticism is in a proper way, definitely, people will respect it. If you want to create disturbance, do
Sir, you mean to say
unnecessary
without respecting
agitations,
people, we have traveled
try to
200
create a
days.
drama,
Sir,
trying to
please
protest
understand.
before the
Without respect,
Chief Minister,
without
what
people
is
not
this
allowing
actually?
us, do you think we
What sort
have
of
completed 200
contribution?
days?
I'm really sorry. I'm really not even interested to contest these people, even to discuss, just to make people know what exactly these people are up to.
That's
I am
what I'm
talking
saying, sir.
today.
Please try to understand.
And
That's what I'm saying.
protesting
You
in a
said,
high-security
you
zone,
said
she
we have
being a
completed
chief
200
minister's
days.
son,
You
a
mean
daughter
to
in the
say
past.
we completed 200 days
And
without
you know
people
it very
support?
clearly, right? I
You
don't
think
know,
you
Mr.
think we are
Ramesh,
supported? We have completed 200 days
what
without people
exactly is your
support?
agenda, on whose behest you are working in Telangana, but these kind of petty political dramas are not
We
going
want to
to
bring the
work out.
Rajan back.
Please
We
mend
want to
your
bring
ways.
108
If
back.
you want to
We
protest,
like to bring
do it in
fees
a proper
reimbursement
manner.
back.
I suggest you,
Sir,
please
your
follow
housing, what about
a
your double
proper
bedroom? We
democratic
would like to bring it
process.
back.
Do it. What do you want to bring in? What do you want to bring in? Don't
Okay.
talk all these unnecessary things. Nobody is going to listen.
I'm going to.
What unnecessary thing, sir? If you talk, it's a good thing. If you are talking, it's unnecessary thing.
I'm going to.
And
I'll
you
have
tell
to
me,
bring.
you answered me. Why?
Okay. I'm out of time. So I'll have to close the discussion here. But it was good to have the both of you. Just want to remind our viewers that YS Sharmila is still in detention in the police station in Hyderabad. We'll get an update from our viewers on that. YS Vijayamma, the mother of Sharmila, is under house arrest. So things are a little tense right now down there. We'll keep our viewers updated. Thank you very much to both of you. Thank you very much for joining me on this story. Meanwhile, in Karnataka, the BJP, facing an election in just a few months from now, it's the ruling party, has been left red-faced after absconding history sheeter Sunil Kumar, alias Silent Sunil, was spotted sharing a stage with senior party leaders. The absconding rowdy has over 15 cases against him. He is alleged to have been involved in murder, dacoity and theft. BJP leaders who attended the event claim that they were unaware of who Silent Sunil actually was. So how did this happen? Take a look.
Innocent-looking images from a blood donation camp in Bengaluru. These images have put the Karnataka BJP in a massive spot. BJP MPs PC Mohan and Tejasvi Surya were spotted on the dais on Sunday with a wanted criminal, Sunil Kumar, alias Silent Sunil. The history sheeter faces heinous charges including murder, extortion and kidnapping and has been absconding since the 23rd of November. However, just 4 days later, he was spotted with Karnataka BJP top brass in the Ramnagara district. Silent Sunil was not just attending the function, but was the main organizer of the event with his name printed on the invitation. He even donated blood at the event and chatted with BJP MPs on stage. BJP leaders have, however, pleaded ignorance about Silent Sunil's antecedents and said they attended the event to push for blood donation.
When I went there, I came to know there is a stage. After going on to the stage, myself and Tejasvi Surya both regretted that why we went to the stage.
Okay.
We never expected there will be a stage. I thought there will be a blood camp. They said, record number of people will come there to donate blood.
Okay.
That's why in association with Rashtrotthana Blood Bank they did it.
ನಾವು ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರು, ಅವರು ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಸುನಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
Karnataka Home Minister said he wasn't even aware of the incident.
ಆತನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೇನು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಸಿಸಿಬಿ ಅವರು ಅಬ್ಸ್ಕಾಂಡ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
ರಾಜಕೀಯ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳೇ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳೇ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆತನ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಇಡೀ ನನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ, ನೀವು ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Their participation has set off a barrage of criticism from the Congress, but these charges were rejected by Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai.
CCP ಅವರು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವನ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ನವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅವನ್ನ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ? ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಅವರು ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ MPಗಳು ಶಾಮೀಲಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಕಾನೂನು ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತದ?
ಅವ್ರ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಅದು, ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು, ಅವರ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ, ಅವರ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ, ಅವ್ರ ಧರ್ಮ, BJP ಅವ್ರ ಧರ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ ಸಮರ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬಿಡಿ, ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ.
ನನಗೆ ಅದು ವಿವರ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ರೌಡಿ ಸೀಟುಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Karnataka BJP chief Naleen Katil rejected claims that Silent Sunil is set to join the party. He also sought an explanation from the BJP leaders who attended the event.
This particular controversy has served in a plate to Congress, where Congress has hit out at BJP, stating that it is their culture and BJP party itself belongs to rowdy and it doesn't make any kind of difference. With video journalist Shivmurthy Sagairaj reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
And coming up next, some random Israeli nobody that's been stupidly invited to an Indian film festival by the government has used the stage to abuse the film Kashmir Files. No matter what you think of the film, there's a huge amount of outrage over a misplaced attack on this film by a judge who had no place to make those comments. We'll tell you all about that. Anupam Kher, Lior Raz and Ranveer Shore join me on the other side.
The men and women who built Indian industry, and the young guns who are shaping tomorrow's India. From storied careers to unicorn dreams.
The equity market is a dynamic space that needs sharper insights and perfect timing.
What stock, what fund, what to pick and what to sell.
How do you make money on the markets? And what are the superior strategies for a winning portfolio?
Your questions answered by 30 years undisputed leadership.
Only with Business Today Television.
a Muslim in this country and facing all of this every day is not funny.
This outburst by a Manipal University student came after his professor called him a terrorist.
How can you call me like that? No problem. In front of so many people in a class.
The Muslim student was called 2611 shooter Kasab by his professor in front of the entire class.
Sorry, I told you. You're a professional, you're teaching. Yeah, sorry.
The professor, who can be heard offering an apology, has been suspended by the university.
We condemn such kind of incident.
Okay.
As you know that we are an Institute of Eminence and we always believe in Sarvadharma, we believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and this thing. Appropriate action is being taken care of on that, and we are taking a suitable action and as per the deemed to be fit, and the student is getting counseled and the professor or the lecturer is getting suspended from the system.
The university has barred the professor from teaching at the institute and initiated an inquiry.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
After pulling the plug on Amazon Academy and its food delivery service, Amazon has now shut down its wholesale distribution vertical. The business was operating in Karnataka and was providing a link between wholesalers and retailers. An Amazon spokesperson confirmed the move but said that the company remains committed to India. We're joined by my colleague Akanksha Chaturvedi, who's tracking all those updates. Akanksha, what's happening with Amazon in India?
Well, yes, that's right. Amazon has decided to scale back on its India operations, and the latest decision in this series has been the winding down of Amazon distributions. Amazon distribution mainly operated out of Karnataka, where it worked as a wholesale distribution service, a wholesale e-commerce service, and the company has decided to phase it out. It's worth noting that this is not the only Amazon India operation that has been shut down. Recently, the company announced that it would also shut down Amazon Academy, which was their edtech vertical, and the company would also be closing down Amazon Food, which was their food delivery vertical. All of this is to cut costs amid the global economic slowdown. The company also announced recently, earlier this month, that they would let go of 10,000 people in a mass layoff round. And Indians working at Amazon India started receiving voluntary separation programs. This was a scheme wherein the company offered certain monetary benefits to people who decided to resign.
The Kashmir Files firestorm rages on.
कश्मीर चल रहा है, खुलेआम कश्मीरी हिंदुओं का कत्ले आम हो रहा है.
IFI jury chief under fire.
All of us disturbed and shocked by the 15th film.
Calls the film vulgar propaganda.
To us like a propaganda vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section.
Stars respond to Israeli nobody.
आखिर ये लोग कौन हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जो कश्मीर फाइल्स के 4 साल पहले जब मैंने रिसर्च चालू किया था, तब से इस फिल्म को प्रोपेगेंडा बोलते हैं.
It's shameful for him to make a statement like this.
Anupam, Lior and Ranveer Shori live.
A guy who nobody in this country, I'm sure nobody in this country had ever heard of before today, is suddenly the top trend on social media thanks to a couple of words he used after surprisingly finding himself a Government of India invitee to be a judge at the IFFI Film Festival in Goa. That guy's name is Nadav Lapid or something. I don't know what his antecedents are. He's some kind of filmmaker in Israel. But anyway, he came to India and he decided to use that stage to call Kashmir Files vulgar propaganda. Now, there are many people who have different views about Kashmir Files. It has polarized opinion across the country. Some people think it's a great film. Some people think it's a bad film. But most agree that the subject matter of it is something that has been largely ignored or overlooked in this country. And that's why this has created so much outrage. The Kashmir Files controversy has been renewed after remarks from the IFFI jury chief accusing the film of being vulgar and spreading propaganda. The remark has ignited a fresh debate. Filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri has called this Israeli guy, whatever his name is, Nadav Lapid, a genocide denier. And Anupam Kher, who starred in the film, has also called this filmmaker irresponsible, calling his remark horrifying and shameful. Our next report tells you what's happened in case you missed it.
Vulgar, propaganda, inappropriate, unfit for a prestigious event. These words by the Israeli screenwriter Nadav Lapid on the Kashmir Files movie documenting the genocide of the Kashmiri Pandits. Lapid was invited as the chief of jury at the 53rd International Film Festival in Goa. He, however, went on the stage to single out and target one of the most successful films in India in 2022, the Kashmir Files.
We were, all of us, disturbed and shocked by the 15th film, by the movie Kashmir Files, that felt to us like a propaganda vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section of such a prestigious film festival.
Kashmir has never been an integral part of India.
What followed was a massive outcry against the genocide denial. From the Hindu community, the film's cast, and specifically the fans. Lapid was accused of belittling the persecution of the Hindu Kashmiris and their exodus and ethnic cleansing.
The truth has bothered certain people, and every time they get an opportunity, they come up with this bizarre thing. But I think what happened on the last day of the stage of International Film Festival is shameful on that behalf of that person.
दोस्तों, कल IFFI गोवा में वहाँ एक ज्यूरी के चेयरमैन ने बोला कि द कश्मीर फाइल्स एक प्रोपेगेंडा और वल्गर फिल्म है। मेरे लिए कोई नई बात नहीं है, क्योंकि इस तरह की बातें तो सारे टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, अर्बन नक्सल्स और भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले लोग हमेशा से बोलते ही आए हैं। लेकिन मेरे लिए जो एक बहुत ही आश्चर्यजनक बात हुआ है कि भारत सरकार द्वारा आयोजित भारत सरकार के मंच पे कश्मीर को भारत से अलग करने वाले टेररिस्ट लोगों के नैरेटिव को सपोर्ट किया गया और उस बात को लेके भारत में ही रहने वाले कई भारतीयों ने उसका इस्तेमाल किया भारत के अगेंस्ट। आखिर ये लोग कौन हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जो कश्मीर फाइल्स के 4 साल पहले जब मैंने रिसर्च चालू किया था तब से इस फिल्म को प्रोपेगेंडा बोल रहे हैं।
Israel's envoy to India, knowing the enormity of the controversy, shot a scathing letter at the filmmaker, who is a known sympathizer of the Palestine cause.
I was there, yes, you're right, in Goa. I was sitting not far away from, actually behind Nadav Lapid. And when I've heard his speech, I was in shock, I have to tell you. To enter to internal Indian discussion is something that we are not doing, definitely not us as a diplomat. He has the right to give his own opinion. I disagree with him completely. I told him that. It was not a nice conversation, let's call it like that.
While film actor Swara Bhaskar supported the attack on the Kashmir Files, Uddhav Sena called the film a BJP propaganda tool, which led to increased killings of the Hindu Kashmiris.
प्रोपेगेंडा हुआ था एक पार्टी का और एक पार्टी के खिलाफ, उसके लिए फिल्म बनाई थी और एक पूरी पार्टी, पूरी सरकार, जहाँ जहाँ बीजेपी की सरकार है वो उस प्रचार में लगा था। लेकिन ये सिनेमा आने के बाद कश्मीर में सबसे ज्यादा किलिंग्स हुई है.
Are Kashmiri Hindus caught in another vicious war over their plight and tragedy? Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, stars across the board have come out with opinions about this stinging attack. Very inappropriate stinging attack, a little cowardly by this Mr. whatever his name is from Israel, targeting a particular film. It could be Kashmir Files, it could be anything. Doesn't have to suit your political agenda. Blank, forget about it. But one person who has come out with a very strong view on what's happened is Ranveer Shore. He's very vocal on Twitter. He's with me live now. Ranveer, thanks a lot for your time. I know you're busy filming for your next project, but good of you to join me here. You said in that tweet, and I want to quote that, Ranveer, you said, the singling out of a film and the language used to describe it is completely unbecoming of a film jury or a critic. It reeks of politics. Cinema has always been the harbinger of truth and change, not an agent to stifle or snuff it out. Shameful display of political opportunism at IFI. Please elaborate, Ranveer.
Yeah, Shiv, if you listen to the clip of the chairman of the jury on stage, you see that he singles out one film. Out of 15 films, he takes one single one and then proceeds to trash it completely using terms that have nothing to do with cinema. Using words like vulgar, propaganda. They say nothing about the cinematic merit of a film, and a film festival is a place where we celebrate the cinematic merit of a film. I don't think, how many film festivals do you see that, a film is singled out not for praising it or for awarding it or mentioning its merit, but to trash it, It goes against the very norms of what a film festival is supposed to do. If you don't like the film, the norm in a film festival is that films which are liked are spoken about and films which are not liked are just ignored. But to use this opportunity, to have the stage, to be on stage and then hijack that moment to score, which is very evidently, political brownie points. I think this has just been a hit job by a illiberal left loony.
Do you think this was premeditated, not a spontaneous comment by this guy? But, he thought about it. He knew he was going to have the microphone and he'd kind of planned this premeditatedly?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because, the language, the words he has used to describe this film belong, on a political forum, not on a forum which is to celebrate cinema. At a film festival, I'll be honest with you at the risk of pissing off some of my friends who have worked on the film. Not everything about the film worked for me, aesthetically, cinematically, artistically. But that does not mean that you can start calling it propaganda film, vulgar truth. Really, just because you don't, just because a film has some aesthetic flaws does not mean you start insulting the subject of the film, especially when it's such a tragic one as this is. So, and I'm saying even if you do want to politicize a film, definitely IFI or any film festival is not the place for it.
Do you think the Indian response in general, and I say Indian in a very general way, there's been responses from all across the board. Do you think much of it, has been justified, Ranveer?
Well, first of all, I think this is a huge embarrassment for the organizers of IFI. You program a certain section and then the head of your jury says this about the film. It's a huge embarrassment for whoever organizes IFI, the Ministry of INB. And second, I think it's a shame that such a thing had to happen at a film festival and one of India's most prestigious film festivals. And third, yes, Kashmiri Pandits, of course, they have a reason, not just for this incident, they have a reason to complain anyway, because frankly, as much as, I also agree with the other side when people say that, yes, this film has brought about awareness and, about the tragic state of the Kashmiri Pandits, but not enough is being done by the people and the government to address it. Even now, it remains, even the film itself has been used by different governments and political parties as more as a tool to kind of deflate the narrative that is created from across the border. But what have they done for the plight of the Kashmiri Pandits is still up in the air.
And finally, Ranveer, and you are often caught in the middle of it. This controversy has become the latest battlefield between the left wing and the right wing on social media. One particular section has kind of embraced this Israeli nobody, making him out to be some kind of amazing film critic oracle whose word is the gospel that they've been waiting for a long time. And finally, their view about Kashmir Files, stands validated because this guy from Israel, who nobody had heard of before today, has finally spoken in their voice. What did you think of that? That same section amplifying and embracing those words.
I'll tell you what I think about it, Shiv, is that I speak and I write on Twitter only because of those people. Otherwise, I would have no reason to speak and write. Only when you see your colleagues or, some of your colleagues or some of, people falling under the artist and the intellectual bracket, very shamelessly pushing one political agenda, that you feel the need to stand up and balance that out, even that out from the other side. So, yes, yes, you're right. The usual gang of idiots is at it again. And I guess, I'm on the other end, and so be it.
Ranveer, thanks very much for joining me. Thanks for your time. Good luck with your next project as well. Keep in touch with you. Thanks very much for joining me on this. And we've got some breaking news coming in now. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant's first reaction on the Kashmir Files controversy. Remember, it was in Goa that this film festival happened. And now the Chief Minister of Goa says he condemns the comment from Nadav Lapid, the Israeli filmmaker, says the IFFI platform has been misused, and the film Kashmir Files shows the reality of what happened to Kashmiri Pandits. Listen into the Goa Chief Minister.
जो स्टेटमेंट जूरी चेयरमैन ने किया है, मैं उसका निषेध व्यक्त करता हूँ. आई कंडेम द स्टेटमेंट. और इवन दो ही हैड मिसयूज द फोरम, उसने मिसयूज किया है उस फोरम का स्टेटमेंट करने के लिए. कश्मीर फाइल फिल्म जो रियलिटी है कश्मीर के पंडितों के बारे में, उस फिल्म में दिखाया है, और मुझे लगता है उसने इस तरह का स्टेटमेंट नहीं करना चाहिए था.
So you've had the producers, the director, the actors, they've all come out and reacted like Kashmir Files was at the very beginning. This fresh controversy and this fresh eruption has polarized people in their thousands all across the country. Even in Bollywood, as you can see, actors are either for or against this attack on Kashmir Files. That's the atmosphere we live in this country. We'd better make our peace with it for now. And finally, here on 5 Live, I've got a really delightful surprise for you. Earlier today, since Israel is the flavor of the season, I caught up with an actor I admire greatly. And it was my privilege to have this conversation with Lior Raz. You already know who I'm talking about. He's the star of the hit series Fauda on Netflix. His name is Doron. I also asked him about the Kashmir Files controversy. Here's that full exclusive conversation. It's time now for a big India Today exclusive. Joining us live from Goa, it's our big honor and privilege to welcome onto India Today, Lior Raz. He needs no introduction here in India. He's one of Israel's most well-known faces on film and television. He is, of course, one of the co-creators and stars of Fauda. Most people here in India know him as Doron because that's his name in a show that if you've seen it, you will never forget it. Lior, really good to have you here on India Today. I can't believe I'm actually, speaking to you live because apart from being a journalist, I'm also a huge fan of you and your show. How does it feel to be here in India, one of your biggest audiences in the world?
First of all, I feel at home. I love the Indian people. It's like such a beautiful, amazing welcome that we had from the minister and from everyone in Goa and the IFFI festival. We had so much fun and understanding the love, and we are so surprised from the warmth and the love that we're getting here in India.
Yeah.
And we love you back.
What are some of the things that Indians are saying to you, Doron? Because, I remember when Fauda was first discovered, some years ago on Netflix, people went crazy about that show because at that time, there was literally nothing like it. Even now, when you look online on these apps, there's very little that come close to the amazing way that Fauda is made. What are some of the compliments and things that Indians have been saying to you?
First of all, when I just arrived to Mumbai, so the immigration guy, the policeman, immediately recognized me and said that he watched the show 3 times. And I was so happy to hear that. And, for us, every time that we see people from all over, it doesn't matter who they are and where they are from, who are watching our art and love what we're doing, it's such a privilege and honor and humbling to be in this kind of position. I know that people shouted at me, what about Shireen? They wanted back Shireen and stuff like that. It's everybody's so involved. They know everything about the show. And for us, it's such a, we came here, we talked with so many creators and so many producers and so many people from the industry, and we really want to cooperate and make some stuff together. And I think the cooperation between Israel and India in all fields, in technology, in security, in everything, in tourism, now we should do it with content.
Congratulations, Lior, on the big preview of Fauda Season 4. I can tell you that, your fans, including me and everyone here in the newsroom as well at India Today, they've been waiting with bated breath for when that next season is coming. Because you're right, we all feel invested in each of the characters. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see in Season 4? I'm sure it's going to blow everyone away.
I cannot say everything, but I will tell you that it's going to be much more dark and much more violent and much more hard. We're going to be out of Israel. We're going to be in Brussels, in Belgium. We're going to be in Lebanon. We're going to be in Israel as well. So, and you will see Doron going through a lot this season. And you're going to see a lot of the women characters who's developed much more. And you're going to see the team who developed much more. So it's going to be, I think in Israel, we already, it was premiered in Israel and everybody watched it over there. It was a huge, huge, huge success, even during the 4th season.
What about India? You're going to Belgium and elsewhere. India and Israel have a lot in common. I'm sure you already know that. You've said you want to collaborate here in India. Should all of us here, Fauda fans, expect a future Fauda season based in India?
Not Fauda, but we have some other great stories. Now we're developing a story with we're working on it for the last 6 months already. That an Indian guy is the lead. It's a story about an Indian guy that is and his family, and when he's going to is in England and he's in Russia. Crazy, crazy true story that happened that we're developing. And today we had a great meeting, me and Avi and the producers that we want to work with, Indian producer, that we want to develop a story in India about the collaboration between Israeli Mossad guy and an Indian security guy.
We saw that viral video of you and India's Information and Broadcast Minister Anurag Thakur leaping out of that van. Everyone's watching that video this morning, Lior. And now you've got the Israeli ambassador to India, quoting that video on social media and saying, Anurag Thakur looks great. Maybe he should be cast in the next Fauda. What was that entire experience like, shooting that bit?
First of all, he's an amazing person with amazing personality, and he's such a welcoming person. And we truly became good friends because he's such an interesting person, and to hear about his life and about what he did in his life to get to where he is now, it was fascinating. I sat with him for a few hours yesterday, and just to hear him, it was fascinating. And he's such a good friend, and that I now have here in India, and I'm so happy that he hosts us in that way.
Lior, the subject matter of Fauda and, the future works that you would like to do, they're all very sensitive subjects, in Israel, here in India as well. And, one of the reasons for Fauda's success is the sensitive manner. Apart from the accuracy, it's also the sensitive manner in which you've portrayed things. They're not black and white. There are shades of gray in everything. Not everyone is good and bad. That's something that has appealed to audiences. How do you as a maker and a star, deal with criticism? Have you faced criticism about Fauda being propaganda or, speaking for one side only? And how do you deal with all of that?
First of all, we're getting criticized from both sides. everybody said that we are empathizing to the other side. So it's great. We are right in the middle.
Yeah.
And criticism is good, and but for me, critics, you know, I'm trying to get critics from the people that I really, really adore, love, and cherish, and that I know that they are with me and they really, really care for me. So this is where I'm taking my critics, not from journalists, not from people that, you know, are writing in behind the screen and writing some stuff in the internet. The people that I really care of, they are giving me the critic. Even if it's hard, I will take it and I will cherish it. The other people, I don't really, you know, sometimes I cannot, you know, critics is very, sometimes when it's good critic, you know, it's a good critic and you follow it. But mostly, I'm taking critics just from my good friends.
Okay, they're just your good friends. Last couple of questions, Lior. You know, a show or a film can also be weighed by how much people talk about it, how much people remember it, the kind of impact it has. Very much like Fauda did. You know, there's a film here in India, and I'm sure you've heard of it because it's created a bit of a controversy at the IFFI festival as well, called Kashmir Files. You know, where a filmmaker from Israel called Nadav Lapid, you know, went up on stage and called it vulgar and propaganda. I wondered if you had any thoughts about that, because it's triggered a huge amount of outrage here in India.
First of all, if you're not part of the Indian culture, and if you don't really know what's going on here, don't say anything. This is what I think.
Do you think Nadav Lapid should take back his words? Because, you know, the Israeli ambassador has said that, you know, this is an insult to your hosts and things like that. Do you think it was inappropriate?
I don't know. Listen, I don't really understand what's going on, and I don't really know what is. So I'm not talking about it because I don't know. So if you don't know about those subjects, don't say anything about it. And this is what I'm doing now, because I don't know anything about this subject. So I preferred to honor you guys for hosting me here, and I cannot say anything that I don't understand.
Final question then for all your fans, Lior. Are you going to be back in India very soon?
Definitely. Listen, I love India. I was here 15 years ago. I did a motorcycle trip in the south of India. I love the people. I love the food. I love the hospitality. Definitely. And we're going to collaborate more and more and more. So definitely I'm going to be here probably the next few months in Mumbai and the north.
And just your message to all your millions of fans. One quick message to all of your Indian fans here, Lior, your family.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and please continue to follow me and follow what we're doing. And I'm just sending my love and my good energy to all of you guys of being such a great supporters for our art.
Lior Raz, always a pleasure. All the very best for season 4 of Fauda, and thank you very much for being with us here on India Today. And that is a wrap on 5 Live. Thanks so much for watching. Coming up next is 6 p.m. Prime with Akshita. Get set for the Gujarat political blockbuster as campaigning ends for phase 1. The high-octane phase is all set to begin. All the tamasha, all the digs, all the attacks. The big Game of Thrones has begun. That's with Akshita next.
The Butcher of Delhi, man behind most gruesome crime in